Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel that is Tech Stack Learning. I hope you all doing really great and also have watched my previous sessions on Node.js and some of the tip series and some real world projects. So if you haven't watched, please go to my channel and you can see all the videos over there, and please subscribe and support my channel. So in this tutorial, I'm mainly focusing on Node.js, the difference between development and production environment, right? So in today's video, we will explore a key topic in the that is difference between dev and prod environments. While ideally, we don't need any specific settings to run in production, but there are crucial differences that can impact our app performance or security or overall efficiency. Okay, so we'll dive into that and see each and every aspect of what we have to do for development and what we have to do for the production environment. Okay, before we start, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. And let's get started. Okay, so first thing, what we will see is how do we set up this environment. There is a series of I have given already a video on how to do this environment setup, but then I can quickly walk through here as well. So before we start, let me just go ahead and create uh, one folder for this dev prod, and let's create one file called uh, dev prod diff.js. Okay, so what we will do here is first we will see how do you set up the node environment. Either you can export node underscore env equal to development, or you can so what I'll do here is I'm just going to do this export node hyphen env equal to development. Okay, so that something cannot work. Okay, so we cannot have that in this Windows for now. Let me, what I'll do is I'll just create a .env file first, and then I'll set it over. Okay, so just put .env, then I'll put node hyphen node hyphen env. Okay, so node hyphen env equal to development. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. And now if I go back here, first, since I'm using the .env, I'll have to load that .env module into my code. So what I'll do here is require of uh, .env dot config. Okay, so I have loaded this. Now what I'll do is I'll just try to print what is my environment. Okay, so I will say process dot env dot underscore env. Okay, let's see how is it running. So you can say my environment is development, right? So now if I just go ahead and change it to production, so you can see it's picking it as my environment as productions. This is how you basically set the environment variables for your local, and then you access it into your code by process.env. The detailed session of this is there in another video, so you can go ahead and check that. Okay, so this is how we usually use this process.env and access it dynamically to set the environment like development and product. Okay, now let's see the different aspects of what's the difference between the development and production when it comes to the coding, right? So first thing we will go through is error handling scenarios. Okay. Error handling scenarios basically uh, like for development, right? You may have to show like more tracers and stuff, but when it comes to the production, you may have to just show like key error messages or important details only, right? That is the scenario where we'll have to use this particular environment specific things to handle it. Okay. So what we will do here is mm, yeah, so what we'll do here is we will just go ahead and try to use some logging libraries like Winston, which can set the different levels for environment. Okay, so we don't have the uh, library available, so what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and install. Okay, I'm just going and installing it. Meanwhile, let's configure it. Okay, const Winston equal to require of Winston. Okay, so we have imported this module. Now let's create a logger. Okay, so we have created a logger, so we'll put a level. Okay, level, what we will do is we will have to condition it now. Okay, so we will say process dot env dot node env, if it is equal to production. Okay, it is equal to production, then we will make it, we will just have error level. Okay. Okay, now or we will have a, for other lower environment we are going to have a debug level. Okay, then what we will do is transports we will add. Okay, what is the transports we are going to use? And so what I'll do, right, I'll just put it in the break line here so that it's easy for us to view. So in the transports what we will do is we will just give new instant dot transports dot console. Okay, and this is one, and we will also give uh, new we will do is Winston uh, dot transports dot file mode as well. Okay, so what I'll do is file name, I'll just give it as something like log uh, logs log error dot log. Okay, so this is the two different ways of where I'm thinking I need to handle the transport. Okay, this is so what happens is whenever we run this in the different environment, right? So logger dot info, if we use this, this is basically info log. Okay, and this ideally appears in the development environment when we do logger dot error, right? This is error log, so this basically appears in the both environment. If you use logger.info, this will be only in the development, whereas the error, since we have said error, right, the production will have only error, and for the others which includes debug, which means it includes all error info everything in the other environment. Okay, so this is basically how we are going, we will have to use this loggers to differentiate between the two different environments. Okay, now comes another configuration, that is usage of middleware. Okay, so middleware, I hope everybody is aware of, like to handle the HTTP request logins, and primarily we can consider of like two things, like Morgan or compression. So Morgan is basically used in development to debug incoming HTTP requests and stuff, and the compressions is majorly used mainly for productions, which actually has optimized data transfer over the network, and also it improves the performance. So what happens is when we use this differentiation between the environment, right, we can choose Morgan for development and the compression for the productions. So what we have to do here is, in that case, right, whenever we have to configure this middleware for our server, right, so what we have to do, we can do is, again, we have to just check the environment uh, equal to is it production. Then what happens is it goes here. Okay, so we have to import those module, that is this module. Right now I don't have it, but let me install. Okay, this is how you will have to pass it. And when once you have your app, that Express app server or any other server which you are framework you are going to use, you can use like app dot use. Okay, so then it will be compression off. So here we will be using the compression. The same way, if we have to go for the like if it is development, right, so we can import like Morgan, sorry, shit, Morgan, and then we will use this Morgan on this uh, okay. Okay, this is how we differentiate on different middleware which we have to use for the for the what to say different environment. What are the different middleware which we can use? Okay, middleware per environment. Okay, so what we saw here is uh, here we saw is uh, logging per environment. Okay, so now let's see. Oh, so serving the static files, like how do we optimize static file handling for production, right? So when it comes to the production, we always prefer to use this build folders or different directories or the dist folders to do it, right? So in that case, we can also serve static files. Okay, so here again you can just do this condition, just for pasting this code to save time. Okay, and here if it is production, you can just use like const path equal to require, because we need to have those build path being given to that serving time, right? So what we'll do is app dot use. This is when we have assume the here I don't have the Express server app configured, but yeah, app is used and app is available, and then you have to use this express dot static. That is how we define for static pages, and I will be having a detailed session of Express in my next session. Actually, if you're interested, you may get those notifications in couple of days. Okay, so what I'm telling is I have a directory called build in my same directory, and you may have to serve all the static content in that from that directory. So this is how we have to tell if it is a productions, but in case when it comes to the development, we can have our own serving ways of handling it. Okay, okay, And the second next one is dependency installations. Like, I hope everybody is aware about like how optimizely we can run this server in local, right? Like node mode we can use for dev, right? So when it comes to that hmm, dependency installation and running in local optimized way, optimized way. Okay, so here what happens is in when in the packet.json, right, we usually write a script to start the server, right? So the production, it usually will be like node, it will be like node server dot js, correct? But when it comes to the dev, we can use node mon server dot js. This is how we usually have to do when it comes to the different environment. Okay, because this will help us in the development side, right? This will help us to um, speed the development, because you don't have to keep on running it. You can keep debugging as and where changes are done, right? So this is another thing. So these are the basically the different types of ways we have to consider when it comes to the different environment, what all things we need to uh, consider, right? So basically logging, right? Always you set an environment variable, that is very much important. Then you have to log the errors properly per production, because it's very important to do that, right? And yeah, these are the key couple of things which we will have to take care between the environments. Okay. um, Okay, so I think as we wrap up, it's very clear to everybody that differences of or what all we have to consider when it comes to the development and the production environment setup in Node.js, which is very crucial for the efficient application. So Node A and B variable helps you use that to put your own things for your respective environment. So thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like. If you have any specific questions or specific ask on the Node.js, please ping me or in the comment sections, where I will be helping you out to get the required sessions on that. Okay. Again, thanks for watching, and see you in the next session.